Hello everybody, it's Mimberly. Welcome back to the channel. So the UK is still suffering from a heat wave, but I've got a fan going on in here which is spraying hot water, like cold water at me. I've also got a thermal flask which is stainless steel, so this bitch has been cold for over an hour. So hopefully we're going to deal with this heat wave as much as we can, because it has truthfully been stopping me from recording. So, getting back into where we were last time on Honkai Star Rail, we found out what actually happened to Lingsha's master. So now we are going down to where Hule was contained. So let's see what's going to happen here then, even though I will say that is a beautiful scenery. A mess of bodies. A fierce battle must have been fought here. Examine the Mara-struck remains.
These Mara-struck soldiers don't appear to be escaped prisoners.
How can you tell?
These soldiers are fully armed. Obviously, they didn't hastily join the battle.
The messenger named Moza did say that there were two groups of attackers. And the other attackers, aside from the Borison, could hide their tracks. I believe he was referring to these people.
Hide their tracks?
Yep.
Exactly. I've engaged with these attackers before, and they used Cloud Hymn magic to hide their presence. Without careful observation, no one can detect them.
And that's why they were caught off guard.
You once warned me to be cautious of the Vidyadhara Elder's influence within the Alchemy Commission. Could it be?
What's on your mind, Miss Lingshaw?
I'm worried now. Hello?
Well, it seems that someone provided the attackers with a map of the shackling prison. And considering the Vidyadhara's involvement in the prison's construction,
Oh shit.
it raises suspicion about their role in this. Additionally, the fact that the Borison need medicine to disguise themselves would suggest that there are still moles within the Alchemy Commission assisting them covertly.
She's not stupid. At all.
Moreover, forging official identities for the undercover Borison would require someone with significant authority. And the presence of assassins capable of using Cloud Hymn magic deepens my suspicion about the Preceptors. But why would the Vidyadhara collude with the Borison and aid in Hule's escape?
They aim to spread chaos. They believe that only in chaos can they regain their former power and influence.
Shit.
Since this edition of Imbibe de Lune, the once proud dragon race has been powerless, watching their influence wane. Being a native of the Luofu, Miss Lingsha, I believe you understand the implications.
Yeah, I think she does.
However, I don't think the Preceptors are the true masterminds. If I'm not mistaken, the one behind all this treachery is the Lord Ravager who exploited the weaknesses
Fantilia?
within the Luofu and instigated the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, ultimately leading to the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection. Fantilia.
Where is she, by the
Please
way?
remember,
I
Tinka,
want to see her
that
again.
Everything I've mentioned is mere speculation. We need concrete evidence for a public trial. If you want to interrogate someone within the Vidyadhara's ranks, you'll need irrefutable proof.
So, what's your plan, Miss Lingshaw?
I'll send an invitation to the Preceptors.
Oh?
An invitation?
What do you mean?
The Preceptors have been inviting me for a personal meeting since my arrival on the Luofu. Now, I'll send them the remains of these Mara-struck soldiers and the route map I found in the prisoner's possession. Then, I'll ask them to meet me at Scale Gorge Waterscape. I'd like to hear their explanations.
Oh god.
Good idea. If I were to take action, it might alert the true mastermind. I trust you to handle this matter, Miss Lingshaw. The internal affairs of the Vidyadhara should remain under their jurisdiction. And don't worry if things don't go smoothly. Once the wolf hunt operation is over, the hidden truths will come to light.
Speaking of the wolf hunt operation, I'm truly worried about the Yaoqiu messenger who was taken hostage. Hule was starving in the shackling prison for centuries. I don't know if the messenger can survive in that wolf's clutches.
Probably not. I hate
May
to say
Rainbow's
it.
blessing keep him safe.
Oh, speaking of him, okay, falling into the hands of the Borson, Jiaoqiu is trying to find a chance to survive, but it's not his own chance that he seeks. That's not a fucking red flag in the slightest. What? 2 dual hours before the war chance converges, exalting Sanctum.
As I said, I'm a healer. But my art of healing requires the culinary arts to be truly effective.
Yeah.
The magic of my cauldron is its ability to make all kinds of medicines into dishes that patients can eat. When simmered and cooked together, any kind of medicinal herb or ingredient becomes a delightful delicacy.
This is gonna make me want to eat in it.
Delicacy. But isn't that just one flavor overpowering the others?
Nah, not if you
Well,
balance it.
You have a point. Let me ask you this. If there's a fussy child who refuses to eat green peppers, what's the best way to make him eat them?
Okay, right, quick story time. When Mim was a child, right, I really hated eating vegetables. In particular, I hated broccoli. So my mum would basically, she tried tons of like little tactics, she tried blending them into smoothies, you know, that sort of thing. Never could do it. So it got to the point where she had to basically just sit me down at a table and she said, I'm not leaving this table until you eat your broccoli. And I would absolutely hate it. Because she wouldn't just make me sit there and eat the broccoli. She'd make me do my homework at the same time. So I'd be sat there, literally with my book in front of me, trying to do shit. And I'd just have a bowl of broccoli. And until I started eating it, I didn't get the rest of my food. So, force them!
Stuff the kid's mouth with the green peppers and cook him alive in a pot.
Okay, my mum didn't go that extreme.
You have quite the sense of humor. I've heard that you, Borison, have lost many of your taste buds during the self-modification process. So you can't experience complex flavors.
Just give him a spicy,
Only the saltiness of blood.
What's that pepper
flesh
called? The most spicy one in the
truly
world?
awakens your appetite.
Oh, the Carbonara Reaper. Give him one of that.
It's a shame I don't have any green peppers right now. Otherwise, I'd happily stuff them into your mouth and cook you alive in a pot.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. The answer is quite simple. Chop up the peppers and mix them with minced meat to make meatballs. This way, the flavor of the meat overpowers the taste of the peppers. And even a fussy child can enjoy them.
I do that a lot in my stir fries. I tend to like chop up a lot of veg and mix them in with my stir fries, and I use like a sweet and sour sauce, or like a sweet garlic and chili sauce, and that always overpowers the veg. So yeah, I agree with that.
Just boil your tongue in this hot pot. I know you're trying to buy time until someone comes to your rescue.
Who would come to his rescue?
You said that Jin Liu recently returned to the Luofu, right? Well, she did come back. But, unfortunately, I also found out that she committed serious crimes and was escorted to another Xianzhou ship.
Shit.
Do you really think you can delay our departure by provoking Lord Hulei's desire for revenge with your clever little tongue? You see Borison as savages who know nothing about the Xianzhou. But in fact, we know all about your tracking tricks. Like the jade abacus you're carrying, and the side cranes in the sky.
I genuinely want this guy to die.
The more hope you hold in your heart, the greater your pain will be when death comes. I wonder if you can maintain your composure when I tear your throat open.
His composure is only a temporary effect of the medicine. And it will wear off soon, right?
Lord Hulei.
Oh, you pathetic Foxians. For thousands of years, we were the ones who allowed you to live, and who granted you civilization. But in the end, you chose to betray us for the freedom promised by the Xianzhou people.
I'm not gonna lie, he kind of looks hot. I'm not gonna lie.
But it's all right. As long as you catch the scent of your masters, you obediently return to us. No matter how far you run away.
Refer to him that pointing out that they're the runways. So discord between Mok and Hule.
Hule. Have you ever wondered why it took them 7 centuries to come to
me,
your
it's so hot that I'm like sticking to my chair. Ah, dear.
The Borison's era has long passed. Did they ever tell you these harsh facts before giving you hope for returning home? Lord Hule? Now they're being crushed by the Merlin's claw of the Jiaoqiu, by a Foxian. They're hiding in remote corners of the cosmos, trembling with fear like a wounded beast on its last legs, reaching out desperately for any fake hope of salvation, which in this case is you.
The Merlin's claw of the Jiaoqiu. A Foxian?
Uh-oh.
Very interesting. Tell me, Mock Talk. Is he speaking the truth?
He isn't lying. That lowly beast was a war slave who ran away from our pack. Cannon fodder, a thief. She stole our power and used her knowledge about us to fight us.
I feel like this is about to go, I feel like this is about to backfire.
And she bested you, Mock Talk. Fairness is but a pathetic excuse for the dead and defeated. Since our great pack has fallen apart, who told you that I was alive? And who sent you here?
In our darkest hours, it was a prophet of the Master of Immortality, named Mongus, who showed us the way. Her guidance brought us hope.
This prophet, Mongus, what does she want?
The prophet made this proclamation. The Borison have been divided for too long.
That's not answering the question, Mock Talk.
All the packs.
She wouldn't have given you that
Restoring
information
us to
if she
our
didn't
former
want something in
glory.
return. That's just how this sort of shit works.
That's when we learned that you were still alive. It must have been a manifestation of the Master of Immortality. And the prophet told us that the Foxian general of the Yaoqing would take you to her ship during the Lafu's war dance. And that it would be our best chance to infiltrate and free you from your prison. And just as she said, we did it.
Refute him by pointing out that their plan has not succeeded yet. So discord by pointing out Manga's ulterior motives.
That so-called prophet lied to all of you. She just sent you here to die.
But her prophecy has come true. Our warhead is right here, with us!
Once the news about the prison break spreads, the Cloud Knights will close all the ports. You may think you've escaped the prison, but you're just trapped in another cage, known as the Lafu.
Let me kill this unruly, lowly beast, Lord Hule! I assure you that our star skiffs will soon arrive. Right now,
Oh my god,
everyone in
I'm
the
stressed.
Lafu is distracted by the stupid war dance. So this will be the perfect chance to escape. Once you've returned to your territory, your revenge against the Xianzhou ships will be within reach.
Perfect chance to return to my weak and shattered pack at the mercy of a ridiculous false prophet and become a mere puppet in her clutches. Her plan is full of flaws. The only paths she has prepared for you are escape and death.
I hate to say
Listen
it.
up. A wolf never allows itself to become prey. From now on, you'll follow my orders. Since you are so confident that the Cloud Knights will close the ports, Jiaoqiu, I'm now giving you a chance to go and see it for yourself.
What?
Go to the ports, come back, and tell me what you saw.
Wait, what did you just say?
But my lord!
Would an alpha wolf ever listen to a cub mock talk?
No, I've never heard anything like that. I wasn't trying to defy your will. I will always unquestioningly follow your orders.
Yeah, shut up, you. Why don't you send your people?
I'm offering you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Don't you want to run away, Jiaoqiu? You will come back. Because Foxians like you always obediently return to their masters, no matter how far they run away.
Oh, this is making me uncomfortable. Genuinely making me extremely uncomfortable. Follow Hulei's suggestion and head to the dock area. Optional. No?
I can't believe he actually let me go. What game is he playing?
He's got a plan, obviously.
Perhaps I can try to warn the Cloud Knights. No. Perhaps I can just escape.
Look around or continue towards the port. Let's look around. A foxy with a cold expression gazes at Jiaoqiu. There is a sharp presence to the gaze, carrying as if a warning to the healer that says, every clever little fault you bear might lead to severe consequence you will come to regret.
Just as I suspected. He's testing me.
Yeah. Continue towards
The
port.
Cloud Knights must have been aware of the situation inside the shackling prison for some time. Will General Fei Xiao personally lead a squad to capture Hulei?
Most likely.
For now, I'll do as he asked.
Right. Search for help and send news to the outside. The Star Skiff pilot is just an ordinary but hard-working individual who ferries people from place to place every day. Understand, if you faultlessly ask him for aid, you will reap severe repercussions regardless if the outcome is a success or a failure.
Would you like to board my star skiff?
You keenly notice that the Foxian passengers near the Star Skiff pilot are looking you up and down. Yes, but we have several passengers.
Well, my little star skiff can't accommodate that many. But I have a larger one that will arrive in less than 15 minutes if you need it. So, where would you like to go? We need to hurry wherever we're going. The war dance is about to start, and the Skyfaring Commission is prioritizing star skiffs heading to the Sky Splitter.
Can we keep this quiet? Oh my god. Have the Cloud Knights close the ports.
Close the ports? Why would they do that?
I'm scared because it's saying about the severe consequences. I kind of feel like I should just go to the port and not raise any suspicion, because it's obvious Hulei has got all, like, people under him all over the place, and they're all gonna stop me at every given turn. I'm just gonna continue. I got nothing seems out of ordinary in the harbor. You're filled with anxiety. Suspicious ferryman.
Stop asking. I'm off duty now. Go bother someone else.
You sniff a familiar scent on the Foxian pilot. What if the warhead wants to leave?
You're not one of us, but I smell a familiar scent on you.
The warhead sent me here to check on the situation.
The warhead wants to know if we can leave now.
Not yet. There's no way for this tiny ship to escape from the Xianzhou. Only the starships at Stargazer Navalia can break through the Jade Gate. Mokdok said there would be insiders to pick us up, but I haven't heard anything yet.
That's worrying. For them.
The ports haven't been closed? What is going on? Stalling won't help. It's time to confront Hule and see what tricks he's up to.
Yeah, I'm genuinely, like, stressed. I want to try and reach out for help, but I just feel like it's a trap. And it's obvious he's got people around, so...
You're back, Jiaoqiu.
Yeah.
You were closely watching me, weren't you? And if I sought help from anyone, your people would kill them. Was that your plan, Hule?
Oh, exactly as you said.
I'm glad I didn't seek for help now.
So, have the Cloud Knights closed the ports?
No.
They don't want to publicize my escape. I understand. It's no surprise, for fear is more deadly than claws and fangs.
Yeah.
Especially during a festive time like the war dance. What lurks here is not a group of fugitives, but rather a pack of wolves amidst the flock. My cubs are hungry, ready to feast on flesh and blood, reveling in your fear.
I don't like that.
Your calm
Ow.
facade will soon crumble. I can tear through it and expose your pathetic bones anytime. There's no escape from me, Jiaoqiu. Of course, you can try your luck and believe that your wits will save you. But remember, you're not the only hostage in this city. If you try anything funny, innocent people will die because of you. Now, let's talk about the Foxian general you serve. Moktok says she's here for me, which means she'll be hunting me herself.
Yeah.
Before the hunt begins, I need to know my opponent. You can refuse and play tough, or you can cooperate and save us both some time, healer.
Show weakness, making him believe you've surrendered. Refuse, letting him know that you won't talk. Oh, shit. I feel like we need to keep him, like, as calm as possible. So, I'm going to show weakness. The tall man stretches out a finger and touches your shoulder blade with a movement so fast it's not visible. It's as if a dagger has cut away a piece of flesh and the pain pierces down to the bone. You can barely stand.
Good. At least you didn't try to draw attention with a scream. That way no one will die in vain.
Fine. I'll tell you what you want to know about her. But I expect something in return.
What makes you think you're
so bad
still
for
in a
Jiaoqiu.
position to negotiate with me?
You can torture me until I talk. Or let's save us both some time. Warhead. Here's the question that's been bothering me. How have you managed to survive and endure centuries?
I want to know this.
Torture. Borison aren't supposed to live that long. Or possess such regenerative abilities.
Also, fucking fair play for the voice acting on this. Holy hell.
So, is that why the Shenjiao Yaoqing wanted to take me away? Oh, to some, I'm a hostage. But to others, I hold the secrets they desire.
Yeah.
I still remember, in the early years of my captivity, the Foxians came and went. They extracted my blood and marrow, trying to unravel the mystery of moon rage. They wanted to conquer their fear of the Borison and free themselves from their bloodline.
Also, can we just talk about how beautiful this artwork is? Like, obviously it's Hule, so, you know, not my favorite character. But oh my god, the amount of detail in this is phenomenal. I am so impressed.
Unfortunately, they failed to uncover the secret. So, they resorted to the most brutal punishments they could imagine. Some seek power to destroy their enemies, while others seek power to become their enemies. Which one are you, Jiaoqiu? Ah, I see. You're the most pitiful of them all, healer of the Yaoqing. You seek power to share it with others and do good. Well, then let me tell you the answer you seek. In our ancient legends, Duran, the ancestor of the Borisin, was dissatisfied with his limited lifespan and power. He yearned to dominate the skies and become the master of all the stars. To achieve his goal, he sacrificed the lives of countless Borisin and Foxians, pouring them into the spring bestowed by the Master of Immortality.
Sacrificed?
Through a form of genetic sorcery, the water gave birth to a miracle. The lunar embryo. Duran ascended the birthing bed and obtained what he desired. A heart in the shape of a deep red full moon. He cut open his chest and replaced his original heart with this crimson moon.
Just another Borisin myth.
Laugh all you want, but only I know the truth behind every word. This moon heart beats within the body of every generation of the Borisin warhead. In the ritual that decides the new warhead, the successor cuts open the previous warhead's chest and consumes the divine heart, thus possessing it as their own. Devouring is the true essence of life, allowing us to endure and thrive. It gathers the life essence of all the prey we consume, making us stronger and stronger. I thought all hope was lost after 7 centuries of torment. But now, this heart is beating once again.
Oh my god.
All right. Now it's your turn to tell me everything about the Merlin's Claw.
Jiaoqiu, I found you.
Moz. Oh, why are we going back to Trailblazers POV now? What the hell? 2 dual hours before the war dance converges. Stargazer Navalia.
I know I'm in no position to question your orders, but if I understand correctly, you already have intelligence about the Borisin?
That's right. My people are busy collecting clues now. What's the situation, Moza?
General, before we completely lost contact with Jiaoqiu, I picked up a signal from his Jade Abacus.
Oh, that's how they located him. Oh yeah, of course, they did mention it. My bad, I'm an idiot.
If that's the case, shouldn't we immediately go there and join forces to eliminate the Borisin? Why are we returning to Stargazer Navalia?
Looks like your general has only taught you swordplay, not the art of the hunt. There's an old saying among the Borisin. In the forest, the hunter may easily become the hunted. While we may call ourselves the hunters now, chasing them blindly will only make us become the prey.
But how can Hule possibly hunt us down?
Are you joking, General? He's just a wolf who's been imprisoned for 7 centuries. Even with his accomplices, they're no match for us numerous Lawfu Cloud Knights. How could he consider us his prey?
Do not underestimate the enemy. Hule is not an ordinary Borison that can be easily killed. The advantage in
She's got past
numbers
experience
means
with him,
nothing
doesn't
when
she?
we face that monster. A vicious beast who hasn't tasted blood and flesh in 7 centuries is now lurking on the streets of the Luofu right before the war dance. This is what makes the situation treacherous and unpredictable.
To him, the lives of ordinary people are just meat, ready to be devoured at any moment.
Exactly. That is why we must succeed in our first strike, or the situation will spiral out of control. You've heard of this military tactic, right? When you surround your enemy, leave one side open for them to escape. A skilled hunter must be well prepared, waiting for the prey at the most advantageous position.
Is Stargazer Navalia the most likely place for them to come to?
What would we do if we were the escapees from the shackling prison? While we can disguise ourselves and blend in with the crowd, we don't plan on staying here for long. In this case, what do we need most now?
An escape.
A star skiff to get us out of the Luofu. The Borison we discovered at Stargazer Navalia were actually preparing a vessel for their escape.
We predict their next move, and we take them down. Let's start from where you found those Borison and corner our prey.
Right, this makes sense. We're literally cutting off their escape. Because Jiaoqiu mentioned, oh, they haven't closed the gates and they haven't heard anything from their insiders. So
I want to make something
these
with
must
it,
these must be the
but
insiders that
what
they're
to
referring to, right? Oh my god, I hate going through this. Right, I'm gonna have to kill these guys. I'll be right back. Okay, here we are.
This is where we ran into the Borison last time. It looks the same as usual.
Because I blocked all the relevant news to make it seem as if nothing had happened.
Nice. Yangqing may have alerted the Borison.
If Yanqing hadn't scared them off, we would not have many clues. However, the more well-prepared a plan is, the longer it takes to adjust when it's disrupted. If any Borison wants to stick to the original plan despite the risks, they'll surely come back to Stargazer Navalia to check the situation.
Are you suggesting that there are Borison here at Stargazer Navalia right now?
Probably. I would think so.
This is an automated area. So don't you think that there are a bit too many people here today? First, look at those 2 Skyfaring Commission staff members. They've been observing us in secret since we arrived here. Then, there's a Cloud Knight soldier over there. Perhaps he's here for patrol, but each patrol team must consist of 2 members. And obviously, he is not following the rules. Lastly, there's that craftsman wearing Artisanship Commission clothing. He's unusually focused on checking that device. If you have a target in mind, let's go investigate.
Oh, huge. Okay. Let's talk to the soldier first.
Lieutenant Yanqing and General Feixiao?
You're aware of the Borison prison break, right?
Yeah, I've received the news, and I'll be on the alert.
Looks like you've been keeping an eye on the Sky Splitter. Have you noticed anything unusual?
No, everything is normal on the ship. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Question his location. Ask about the Sky Splitter.
This is not a location for a Cloud Knight on guard duty, is it?
Oh, MC's got voice lines.
Well, this spot offers a great view. Are you here to keep an eye on the Sky Splitter?
Yes.
You've been observing the Sky Splitter for a while. Have you noticed anything?
Honestly, just watching the ship from here isn't too thrilling. I wish I could go on board and witness Lieutenant Yanqing's contests.
He kind of sounds legit.
Speaking of which, Lieutenant Yanqing, aren't you supposed to be on the Sky Splitter? Is it alright for you to be here instead?
Thank you for your concern, but I have more pressing matters to attend to.
Okay.
Hey, you there! Please refrain from wandering around Stargazer Navalia if you're not... Oh, it's you, Lieutenant Yenching.
Is Stargazer and Navalia on lockdown now?
No, not at all. Actually, I'm here to address a peculiar issue.
Issue? What's that?
A peculiar issue.
Yeah, we've had some unscheduled star skiffs being constructed at this dock in Stargazer Navalia. Could there have been an error in the production planning for the assembly line? This is just weird. I thought all the pending star skiffs from before the war dance had been scheduled already.
Interesting, okay.
I'm sorry, but I need to focus on my work right now. If you have any questions, we can discuss them later.
The fact he's not letting us question him is a bit sus.
Who are you? Don't you know that Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown now?
You would know.
Hey, chill out. They're just a few lost tourists.
They would 100% know, but that is General Fei Xiao and Lieutenant Yang Cheng if they were legit.
But Stargazer Navalia is the shipbuilding port of the Xianzhou Lafu. If the Skyfaring Commission called for a lockdown, there should be official documents proving it, right?
Official documents? Of course there are. The Cloud Knights are aware that some people have infiltrated this port.
That makes perfect sense. So you're now investigating the Borison?
Yeah, well, we've received orders from the higher-ups, so we've blocked off this area to prevent any interference with our inspection. Thank you for your understanding.
So, it seems that some Borison have returned to Stargazer Navalia in disguise. The answer seems quite obvious.
The staff members from the Skyfaring Commission.
That's my suspicion as well.
Remember when I mentioned that the Cloud Knights blocked all relevant news to make it seem as if nothing happened? Stargazer Navalia is not under lockdown.
But on the contrary, those staff members use Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown as an excuse to persuade us to leave. This contradicts the Cloud Knights' plans.
Their flimsy disguise has been exposed. Even if they try to hide, there's no way they can escape us.
Bless him, he's struggling in the heat. Okay.
Why are you still here? As I said, Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown now.
Oh, but it's not.
No. I never issued such an order.
Who are you?
Perhaps you haven't met me on the battlefield, but I am certain you've heard my name. Now, I'm asking you a question, so answer me. Tell me. How many more of your comrades are here? Where were you planning to meet Hule?
This woman, she's the general of the Yaoqing. What are you still waiting for? Attack her!
Well, looks like we're gonna have to kill. So, I'll be right back.
Run! Tell Lord Moktok about this!
Oh, shit. Uh-oh.
Why don't you kill me?
Because I need answers.
She's kind of scary.
You were our war slave, so you should know us descendants of Duran. You want me to talk? Fine. Try whatever you want, but I assure you, you won't get anything from me. Only fangs and blood.
If I were to do that, I wouldn't be any different from you. I am the arrow that pierces the wolf's heart. I grant you a swift death.
That's exactly what I desire. Wolves that leave the pack are prepared for the fate of never returning home. But sadly, you didn't catch my partner. He will alert them.
Before you close your eyes, you should know that I allowed him to escape. Because he will lead the Cloud Knights to Hulei's hideout.
That's why she let him go.
Is this how you leave one side open? You let that Borison escape so you could track him?
This is the most common hunting tactic used by Borison. I know the methods of these abominations all too well. They always leave an escape route for their prey, allowing them to flee in fear. Then they chase them like it's a game. Borison get great satisfaction from the last struggles of their victims.
What the hell,
Have
man?
you witnessed these things firsthand? That guy called you a war slave. What exactly have you experienced?
Well, just a hazy past that I can barely recollect. Long
But what?
ago, I was one of them.
Wait, you're a Borison?
The word Borison was only used to refer to those wolf masters. I'm a Foxian who was born in one of the fallen territories. In their eyes, we're mere consumables. Cannon fodder used to slow down Xianzhou attacks on the battlefield.
But you
The hell?
survived. And not only that, you became the general of the Yaoqiu. If I get the chance, I'd love to hear stories of your past, General.
Speaking of stories, you've reminded me that now is not the time for them. Wadza, we've sent the warning from
Sorry,
Stargazer
I'm trying to
Navalia.
cut something on
What's
my
the
foot 'cause it's
situation on
digging
your
into my
end?
foot.
I've found them. Jiaoqiu is trying to stall Hulei, and he signaled me to not reveal myself.
Trust his judgment and keep watching. We'll be right there.
Lovely.
I believe the warning we sent will stop Hulei from attacking Stargazer Navalia. What will he do next?
The hunt is not over yet. Stay safe, Jiaoqiu.
Bloody hell, one dual hour before the war dance convenes.
Please, save me.
Oh god.
I want to live. Doctor!
Jiaoqiu, find a medical ingenium and give that kid a shot! Hurry!
I see. How's the front line?
The Borison beast chips have already landed on the Fenghu. It won't be long before this place is overrun as well.
Oh, look at him. Jesus.
What about General Yueyu? Any news from her? I'm her healer. I should stay by her side at a time like this.
Didn't make it.
She asked me to tell you that she's not coming back. She must protect the Cloud Pier telescope. General asks you to save that kid. The girl fought desperately just to bring us all back here alive. I've never seen such a brutal fighting style. Her body, it's like she was split open. Just like...
Who are they referring to?
Her blood pressure is dropping. Do you hear me, Jiaoqiu?
Loud and clear. Get me some tumble dust. We've got to start the operation right now.
Wait, is he healing Fei Xiao?
I will bring her back.
Is that why you're so determined to learn my secrets? Do you hear me, Jiaoqiu?
I do. Loud and clear.
So she saved you all in that great battle on the Xiangzhou Fenghu 3 decades ago. But to your surprise, you discovered her Borisin bloodline while she was at death's door. Moktok told me that she was a war slave who escaped from the Eclipse Pack. Oh, what a twist of fate. Turns out, she's from the same clan as I am.
Now I understand. No wonder she displayed such astounding power, determination, and cruelty in battle. Turns out it's all because of
So
her
anyway, she's gonna
Borisin
survive
bloodline.
if she kills Hule and cuts open her chest and
Despicable mutt.
puts Hule's heart in her, right?
And she used the gift of her bloodline to destroy the Borisin.
It is ironic, is it not?
Moon Rage, a blessing for wolves, and a curse for foxes. For Borisin, to have their bodies torn apart by Moon Rage and transform into a beast, is the ultimate joy. But for you Foxians with poor regenerative abilities, it means certain death. Oh, with the burning fury in her heart, that Foxian general will eventually lose her sanity and indulge in endless bloodshed. The scars on her body will not be caused by enemy weapons, but by the immense power she can't withstand. One day, she will be torn apart and die as a monster.
Oh no.
And in return for saving her life, you intend to give everything to solve this impossible puzzle.
Hule. Do you know the saddest thing about being a healer? All this time, I've devoted my life to bringing back those who sacrificed their lives to monsters like you. I exhausted myself, and my hands trembled. But I believed everything I did was meaningful. But once again, they rushed into battle. And then I heard of their deaths. They died under your claws, in your jaws, amidst the flames of crashing star skiffs.
I don't know
And
what
under
to say.
the Lux arrow of rainbow.
The voice acting's
Like a
really bringing
useless
this
idiot.
home.
I saved a fish named Life out of the cauldron called Death, only to watch it struggle, dive back into the boiling broth. So I asked myself, why were they so eager to run toward their death after they had recovered from their wounds? Why wouldn't they value their hard-won life? All the doubts left me feeling lost.
I can smell your desperation, all the way down to your bone marrow.
Eventually, I realized that their deaths held value. They placed the weight of their sacrifice on the living, granting us strength. With a coin forged by their deaths, they exchanged something more in return. Everything I'm doing now, following you so closely, is just for one reason. Witnessing your death with my own two eyes. Even your death has value. It will pave the way for a peaceful war dance. And a fully cured Fei Xiao.
Oh my god.
The thoughts in your pathetic head are hardly surprising.
Fucking A.
Did you already know this?
Yes, I did. As Borisin, we understand the value of death more than anyone. And as a healer who has witnessed so much death, you won't be swayed by fear. Oh, what a shame, what a shame. Your story actually sparked a trace of respect for you in my heart.
Can you even feel respect? With your corrupted heart?
Of course. Because I caught a whiff of my own kind in you. Unfortunately, in the end, you're still just a weak fox. As the wolf's creed goes, gift the wolf a dead end, where new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate, where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous in brutal battles embrace their eternal prize. That's why I'm keeping you alive for now. I want to show you how Borisin truly respect their enemies. We will consume your flesh and blood, nourishing our own. We will crush your hopes and dreams, clearing a path for our hunt. Your feeble souls will witness a new future. A future that belongs to me.
My lord, we received a message. Our arrangement at Stargazer Navalia has been discovered. We must act quickly.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Moktok, what's that noise?
It's the Sky Splitter. The ship that the war dance will be held on is about to set off. The Skyfaring Commission will clear the air routes. And if our star skiffs try to escape, we'll be spotted.
Calm down, Moktok. Look at you now, hiding and fearful. Where is your Borisin dignity?
Non-existent.
As I said, I'd sacrifice my dignity for your return. As long as you can come back to the Borisin Pax, there's still hope.
Hope? The Borisin have forgotten the wolf's creed. Weak creatures put their hope in the strong, but the strong fight their way out. Bringing me back instead of choosing a new master only proves the decline of our pack. And as for the prophet who manipulated you into saving me, she's just a liar, trying to use Duran's offspring. Moktok, let me tell you how the Borisin will rise to power. We won't hide like rats in the streets of the Xiangzhou. We will be ravenous wolves, walking amongst a herd of lambs with our fangs bared.
He's really gonna try and fight his way out.
Great Warhead! Our packs are not here! We can't go to war like this!
Our packs are not here. Wherever I go, everyone is the pack.
Stay away. Just don't come any closer. No!
Moktok, we're the apex predators at the top of the hierarchy.
Oh my god.
As wolves, we create fear. We don't become servants to it. If you're blind to the path, I will be the crimson moon that lights the way for you. Share my crimson blood with our brethren. Use it to infect those Foxians and strike fear into their hearts. Now, you devious monkey, come out and face me.
Moza.
Jiaoqiu.
Moza. Run.
No, he can't run, and neither can you. You've come at the right time, monkey of the Yaoqing. Tell your general. Tell her that I will unleash a massacre here, drowning the Xianzhou Lafu in blood.
He's literally planning on
From
turning
this moment
all
on,
of them.
wolves bearing my blood will hunt on every street, feasting on the followers of that devilish archer. Follow me, my cubs. We shall stride among the prey. Give the wolf a dead end when new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous in brutal battles embrace their eternal prize.
Fuck.
Do you hear that? The rumble of the cannons. It
Mine's
brings
like just
back
genuinely
all
up
the
right now.
memories of past battles within me. My return will bring back the Wolf's Creed. In my own way, I shall save our weakened pack and restore it to its former glory!
Well, that's not good. In the slightest. Shit. The war dance is about to commence. The Sky Splitter.
The Sky Splitter's gun salute is really loud. So this is what the war dance is actually like? I feel like my eardrums are going to burst.
Okay, people. Right,
How could they expect to attract people to come and watch if they didn't make a huge spectacle? March, you haven't forgotten what you came to do, have you?
Okay, right. I'm going to leave this episode here. We're going to carry on with the Sky Splitter very soon. There's going to be 2 episodes of Honkai Star Rail coming out next week, so keep an eye out for them. And if you are a channel member, don't forget you will get early access to those videos as soon as they are available, because I am going to be focusing on catching up with the early access over the next few days. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.